why womanpreneurs could lead the economic recovery post COVID, because so many people are like, wow, there are a lot of challenges. How are we going to get out of all of these challenges?
Welcome to the Jennifer J. Hammond Podcast. Jennifer is a licensed realtor, educator, speaker, and best-selling author. Jennifer's goal is to help you find your yay in every day.
Hello. This is Jennifer J. Hammond. I'm so excited. We have a really special guest coming here from Australia, Dr. Samantha Pillay. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. We are going to talk about, one thing that a lot of times as real estate agents, we are entrepreneurs here in the United States. And I know it's a little different in Australia, but one thing is why womanpreneurs could lead the economic recovery post COVID, because so many people are like, wow, there are a lot of challenges. How are we going to get out of all of these challenges? So I love this topic. So let's talk about it.
The women are a great resource, often an untapped resource when trying to work out how to sort of build the economy. Because of their potential to maybe come back into the workforce or increase their work hours, they might not be working full time. So when you're looking for workers and we're short staffed, there's this great resignation and difficulty finding people in jobs. That resource is often underutilized, and there's ability to utilize that better. And the flexibility is what often holds women back from working longer hours. And therefore, an entrepreneurial role where someone's their own boss, they've got that flexibility, is a great opportunity for women in the workforce, because that flexibility is key if someone is a provider for anyone. And that might be elder care, it might be childcare, it might just be running a home. And so if you're nipping between jobs to run an errand or pick someone up from school, etc., that flexibility is really important for women. The other thing is for entrepreneurship is women having that startup mentality, that mentality to really go out there and take risks. And that is so important in that entrepreneurial spirit. Now, women can sometimes underestimate themselves. I'm very big on dreaming big, aiming high. And that underestimating is a real problem when it comes to career management. But the yin and the yang is really that sometimes that can give women the courage to take a risk. So they're almost surprised when they make it. So they've got that get up and go to actually really take some outstanding risks and put everything on the line, and maybe go where the others wouldn't, out of the comfort zone or think outside the square. They're very creative. It's really important for entrepreneurship.
Definitely. I'm sure there's even statistics on that. Women are so creative, and even like just being able to, with their children, they're constantly finding ways to solve a problem when something happens, and just so creative. I don't have any statistics on it, but I just wanted to echo, I agree with you.
Yeah. And the thing is, people talk about entrepreneurship, jumping off a cliff and assembling the plane on the way down. And, running, anyone who's been a parent knows that pretty much applies to being a parent as well, isn't it? There's no training, you make it up as you go. The other aspect of women is sweat equity. I mean, we are just the experts when it comes to sweat equity. If you think of the domestic often duties that women have done through their lifetime, we do carry the brunt of that. So sweat equity is an absolute key for startup and entrepreneurship, and being able to do things from yourself in a business from the bottom up, unfortunately, women are overqualified, at hands-on, whether it's cleaning the toilet to and to the top of the list. So we've got no problem getting in and doing the small stuff or the big stuff, as well as multitasking and being able to sort of deal with juggle all those balls at the same time. So there is a great way for women entrepreneurship to really make a difference to the economy on a large scale.
Absolutely. And I think as real estate agents, it's so important that women are feeling like that this is a field that they can do from home. Because again, in the whole COVID-19, we've moved into such a virtual world. So it's important to be able to embrace technology. And I want to say often, if I could just overgeneralize for a second, women often are willing to take on that challenge of learning the new technology and figuring out how can we make this more successful for our business by using this technology and being successful in the virtual world. Because again, even in real estate, we are finding more and more people want to shop for their real estate online first. They want to do virtual tours. They might even put the goggles on and do a full virtual tour. So it's being able to embrace all those changes that we come out of COVID-19 and we figure out how can we still make it so that everybody understands and feels safe. It's a safe environment. We're embracing technology, but we're also being womanpreneurs and we're being very successful at that, which is different. A lot of times people are transitioning from something that was a very structured job into being a womanpreneur. And that can feel very unsettling as well, which I'm sure you have some advice. Yeah.
I think that you touched on a couple of things. One is with entrepreneurship, you've got this sort of organic growth. So it's sort of a gradual growth rather than sort of saying, I'm full-time, I'm now 3 days a week or whatever. It's much more of a gradual growth, which often suits people who are juggling other roles. The other thing is this technology. And now it's so different now than it was. I'm in my 50s, that the resources that are available. So women can be isolated. And whereas now, if you've got kids in bed at 9 o'clock at night or something, you've got that ability to get online and train yourself because you can learn everything online. So that access to training and that ability resource to find out whatever software program you're now suddenly using or adding in and teach yourself how to add that. So there's no barrier now for women to be able to access that training, that education, that expertise, just like your podcast, and someone might be listening to it while they're at the gym or while they're doing a school run or something like that. So that ability to access and upskill and stay relevant and grow has never been a better time.
Absolutely. And that's why I would say that womenpreneurs are going to help lead our way out of the COVID-19. And I know in Australia, you've had a very different experience, I think, than, I should say the United States. We've been very multi-dimensional on the way that we're responding to the pandemic. So yours has been a different experience from ours as well, don't you think?
Yes, we had really tight lockdowns early on, restrictions on travel and restrictions on our lifestyle. And that kept it out for a long time. And then it sort of all opened up. So we're sort of living now what a lot of people lived 2 years ago. But basically, it's a train crash no matter where you are. It's just at what speed that it's happening, I think. There's no escaping it. There are sort of economic, inflationary impacts that are affecting, and having to pivot. That's the other thing I think women are very good at doing. They're just very good at pivoting because especially parenting is a good training, and I don't think that's just that is one of the many things that's good training, and that's not just specific to women, but that really teaches you how to pivot on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely. I do. I think womenpreneurs are definitely going to lead us out. And I think that it is one of those things where we have a very unique, all these things have kind of come together, technology being what it is, as well as just having this, as you call it, the train wreck of the pandemic, as we all have experienced it a little bit differently, but we have so many opportunities that are coming out of it, which I think is so exciting for all of us. So I want to make sure that people know how to get in touch with you. So if you can share your social media, your website, anything you'd like to.
Yes, I have. My website's probably the easiest way because it's just my name, SamanthaPillay.com. That's SamanthaPillay.com. And then all the links to my social media accounts are there. There's articles. I've written an article about women entrepreneurs and how they'll lead the economic recovery post-COVID. So you can access that in my other articles, as well as I've written even a book when I'm an entrepreneur, and that's actually a picture book for the young girls to inspire the next generation of female entrepreneurs as part of a picture book series. My next one, When I'm an Astronaut, is actually out in a week.
Lovely. Well, thank you so much. And as you know, I always love to end every one of my episodes raising your voice and saying yay. So I'm going to ask you, would you say yay with me?
Yes, I will.
Excellent. So 3, 2, 1. Yay! Thank you so much for being with me today.
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield. You may know me as the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And if you want more help in getting from where you are to where you want to be, I want to encourage you to listen to the Jennifer Hammond